Hello, mateys. This is Discovery Scouts of Pirates of the Caribbean. My YouTube is not uploaded on my The Hobbit fleet, The Battle of the Five Armies, Full Flight, Son of Styrian, Ravenhill, and from the Lord of the Rings, first, second, and third movie trilogy long story. Um, I'm gonna go outside to take a dump. This is gonna go outside. Bella and Frankie are just talking to a room for doing conversations, and they gotta very fuck him up. Oh, and that's also I can't believe it. So that I can't zoom in, and just because in my videos for my YouTubes, it doesn't upload it, and it seems somehow that very dramatically for the kind of dramatically, and the Jungle Book came out today. We're gonna see it and show tonight on the computers, and go downstairs to the computer to put locker, and I'm gonna head inside. I'm gonna go out for a run for a First Junior High School track, doing a couple of laps, doing 30, 36. Burn more calories. But I am sure Bella didn't notice it doing anything. Maybe Jackson maybe it's still not eaten. Maybe they're torn up for the trash cans. Maybe they screwed this up for the messed up. I am really sure that I have no idea. What can I say? I'm not stressing me out. I'm not stressing my out. I was gonna figure out, those are the means too, and as you were, this is gonna have it decided, and as is Guy Esposito's stories on the TV spots, and El Killer the alpha wolf in the Indian, where he is his friend of a pack of wolves. Most of them have a level 212. I think it's have a 12 pack of wolves, and Idris Elba as Shere Khan, and he's take over by a killer, take over to kill a killer, and he throws it out of the rock and cliff, and he falls down to the trees to death, and it could be about taken over by the land of a jungle. And Khan's long stories that Finn knows that have in his mirrors and his eyes. Scar Johansson's as Kha, as he knows how to interrogating Mowgli. He tries to gonna eat it. When Baloo's just eating for the big giant python snake skins. But it looks like the bear that looks to have was fighting over on the up there the top of there for the fog. But Bill Murray as Baloo, as the knows that have the very classic stories. So I have it on my the videos I have on my and my Shere Khan's versus Mowgli 2. It specials doesn't have a this degree, and I don't know what kind of Frankie Bella's kind of having talking about what hell of that problems. And so let me thank you guys. 2016 Disney the GB, the most half of the very prehistoric and 3,500 years. That looks like the Ice Age. Saber-toothed tigers, and most of them have a Smilodon. I really think the whole about Fairy Actor by Disney villainous. The whole thing, the most of them have the one half the Lonely Bengal Tiger. Most of them have the TV shows, movie productions, and cartoons and Cartoon Networks, and The Animal Planet. Most of them have streaming. Didn't notice to have Nat Geo Wild. When the tigers in India, bears have a India's all the way to country in North America, and Panther has an formerly of cheetah, leopard, jaguar, and temporarily mountain lion, cougar, puma, and catamount. As he knows it about for these animals it could be called the Indian wolf, and most of them have the gray, brown, white, and black, and Arasia. They have a the timber wolves to have a Timber Lake. It was didn't have a for this and it was to have an agreement. King Louis as Christopher Walken, the actor of orangutan. It looks like about runs a lot like gorilla from the silver animal. They have a very ape there. They have monkeys and baboons, even the gibbons. They have gibbons. A lot of take they are able to take over there. And I have to go in the bathroom just really quick, guys, mateys. Damn it. Have a pee. I'll be right back. Oh, I'm back again. So, eventually, well, um, the Huntsman Winter Wars coming up for next week. We're gonna see the Evil Queen's back from the Snow White and the Huntsman from the last 4 years. For Kristen Stewart and take over for didn't like it for the absent, and she's not under the Snow White anymore. And Chris Hemsworth stars that have a second movie reward to have the Huntsman, and the warrior they have the girl thing for the woman. Jessica Chastain did have the good actor from The Martians during the movie during Matt Damon story's movie. Um, he got what happens there. He got when it was pushing through, it hit through the through the stomach onto the astronauts. That he leave him alone with it on the Mars. It could be about just couple several days every month, every year, and he leaving soon as much as they get there, as much as they get home. Um, I felt like it, and felt like it film morning. So I don't think it the nursery fork least and corner Jesse and start working for the nursery on the farm. Um, if what happened somebody yesterday and most of have a the tractor was breaking on his truck. Uncle Qu- and Jeff and his brother Chris, he starts to freak him out and try to get mad at them, mad at him of Jesse. And whatever happens there, and then try to get the F out of here and be the old guys to say sons of the working on the situation, working station on in the area. He tries to kick him out. He tried to fire him. He tried to run away, and he tried to get into the paint car, and he starts to drive. When he get his home, and he tries to talk to his Uncle Chris. He's with the Psycho Dads in this army, and where is this gonna be here? And they don't know what it is. They book his truck. They book his Uncle Chris's truck, and Uncle Larry didn't do anything from Jesse, and he's still good for friend. Um, he said goodbye for the last 2 months, last month, and I noticed to remember there, and for very great, very respectfully for Uncle Chris, and he tries to grabbing the hugging, tries to knuckle this sprain in the arms and the neck and in the heart, and he don't think it would be he don't think it would be respectfully. He uses it disrespectfully for Jesse and his brother Psycho Dad, Jeff most interrogating. He's the news that have the meeting his brother on his residence house. After his wife kick him out, he moving. He tried to destroy his whole life, destroy her computer, destroy her life. For every knows that have he's tries to yell at him, he tries to stop. He's tried to chainsaw onto the kid's playground. But he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything for Jesse. Jeff did it. He cost a lot of the paid of the fatal attracted. He paid looks like about for the costing, even though the victims involved. And he knows that Corn and Jesse and Mark and Lucas and Luke and Buzz and Zach, but it is his friends, and Jillian, and he went to the North Carolina he went to from North Carolina from Tom, Uncle Larry, and those guys from the last year. But he's lost my mind. I didn't want to forget, and so we have it the very much of it, so much of you. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Get too much of it, and didn't notice I have the very much of it. I felt like it did do it through. What kind of his jobs do you want to go? Um, Jesse tells his dad when he goes to the apply for the Applebee's food services and ice cream and a restaurant to make it up for all of the foods, all the drinks. I ever heard that they make it fill it up for the ice and water, and with these people so coming in and get to meet a number with kind of a lot of many people, so I forget but haven't seen. There's some hundreds of occupancies. A lot of hundreds of men and women and children on into this restaurants. They had a lot of kids and every day from every day through the weeks and the month and the year. Most did have most did have a really intensity. I will think that most of them have a born and most have a very born, very human bearings and hearings. And somehow really didn't have it to kill someone. And my dad and his uncle's name Chris. He didn't want to kill him. He didn't want to kill Jesse, but he didn't do anything. He didn't. He will get threatened by. He didn't threatened by Uncle Chris. So what the there's is going. What the there's one is going to, but he's gonna fire. And he's gonna fire for Jesse his job. Uh, he didn't. He didn't want him to get fired. Jesse didn't want him to be fired, and he's gonna be respectfully for his of the fairy farm, and he all I do is don't need you don't need to think about it. What is gonna going to I was gonna go into what happens so right now. I forget about it. So I forget that he tries to get a face to face and start pushing him and scares him. He falls down with it his water and then puts the wet on it. He's yelling. He's yelling at Uncle Chris. He's so messed up. And he tries to deal with it for and Corn to say apologize to for Corn from Uncle Chris for his guys. Jesse did apologize. Jesse did apologize for his best friend Corn, and Jeffrey just went over his friends on all the way around to the States, all the way around to the New Orleans. His friends are the most like he's playing the computers, reading a lot of books and magazines, driving away for the friend's house, hang out there, just partying, just hanging out for the party, and just what was happened. The maybe Juggies do, and Bella was talking with his friends, talking with her friends Brendan and Chloe, and Michaela just went over there from the north from Louisiana, and she moved for here to Louisiana to graduated from last year. Mackenzie 40 and most have went out for the New York City University for her college. He won't be do anything. He will get very frustrating, and my sister was mad at them for me and the dad and my brother for the last year for the June 2015, and she got sick, but she's mad at me. And she got mad at me. She tried to open the door. We're trying to open the door. Me and my dad, and they tried to open the door and trying to ring a bell. And Bella can't hear. With his room, which is my dad's room. But they tried to sneak in for just jumping into the backyard, just upstairs on the deck, and tried to open inside to go inside and go upstairs. I tried to call at her, just hearing each other so loud, but she says it's a very frustrating. It's so loud, and she's sick and mad. She's sick and sorry, she is sick and mad. She says good luck with her. She says whatever, and she says whatever. She's tried to cool down just a long time, and she could be tell us to be respectful. She doesn't be respectfully. She could be have it actually his respect have a for the figure out for the respectfully, and my brother just stay behind for Jackadori. He works the Otaria thing for the off, and she cut the grass. Me and my sister, my mom and dad just went out for the Air Force McCord Air Force Base to Nevada for the Las Vegas. And we spent a night for one day for the Excalibur for under the buffet for the morning. Excalibur in the night, I just walked around the Shrimps restaurant thing. I tried to walk around just as really high to 115 degrees outside on the summer of last year. Oh, it's really hot. We're gonna I don't know, guys. We're gonna have to go back there for the California or Nevada thing for the last year. It could be 100,000 people in Manhattan, for Las Vegas, and the city, and they try to drink water, and he tries to very and plastical, very and drama and romantically family. But I am sure my mom's didn't know that having to matter herself, and matter them, and me, and him, and her, and they try to go to. I tried to go to sleep, and I tried to take a shower. I gonna take a tour. I'm gonna take a tour for just desert suites and desert hotels and suites, and Anaheim, California. He drove back. For I am sure to drove him back for the restrooms area, for the rest area. So I am sure they did have a the Wilson mostly have a I have an agreement to you guys, and I have a really a mad of him, and really mad by my mom, and but she tries and she called me a fat anybody, she so mateys, my mom's didn't call me for fat. She didn't do anything for me. I didn't do anything for my mother. I didn't exactly do anything. What kind of exactly what it's supposed to mean? My dad's mom and Bella is doing the conversations on the desert suites and suites of hotels during arguing time. So, alright, mates, don't forget to subscribe to content, and I hope we're gonna figure out soon, as long as you can, and I will gonna see you soon. I will see you in a light.